What's up, gang? It's Willie Rebuild, baby. Back with another one. Got old Project Redness semi put back together. Brought him on back to the house. Started putting him back together. Still shining like a diamond without the water, sand, and buff, baby. It's about 2 weeks after we painted. Clear coat still shining, as you can see. Straight out the gun, no buff. And I done went ahead and start assembling it back together. Couple of pieces, ain't got nothing but 1 or 2 screws holding it in. I just did that so I can put it on the trailer. But as you can see, I got the shit back together, man. Halfway back together anyway. A lot of this stuff is gonna come back off, like the front bumper is coming back off. I gotta put the headlights in back in the car. I ain't put the hood latch on the hood or the spring. I gotta clean stuff like that up and paint it. But as y'all can see, the Willie Rebuild T-top situation is looking very pretty, baby. Now, I just sit it in there right now, the rubbers. I didn't glue them down or nothing like that. And I didn't put the trim back in that go along here. And I didn't put the trim that go back here either. That's because I gotta clean all that stuff up and paint it. So I was just mocking it up to see how it go before I go to trying to glue shit down and all that there. But everything is fitting pretty, just like it did when I put it in without the rubbers in it. Now, these rubbers, they is kind of bunky up here on the top, sticking out a little bit. But like I say, I didn't glue them down or nothing like that, so they probably will seat a little bit tighter. And once I put everything how I go in for final assembly. But what I did just now is I just put it in there to see what we was working with, gang. And boy, it's kind of tricky. It's kind of tricky to get them T-top, that center ridge and stuff back in there. I'm gonna have to go and buy some screws and stuff. But as y'all can see, I've been assembling, put the locks back in it, put the trunk lock back in, put the door lock back in. This handle here, it kind of stick out a little bit. But like I told Mike, this shit aftermarket, man. This shit not gonna work. This handle here, this is an extra one I had. And as you can see, the stud back here started spinning. So I had put a little bitty scratch right there, fucking with this door handle. And Mike, he trying to get it to go and go and go. Man, fuck that shit. Leave that shit alone, man. You don't see what the pack say? Made in Taiwan, man. This shit not original. It's not gonna fit perfect all the time. Sometimes you get lucky, and sometimes you don't. The door open and close, leave that bitch alone. They scratch the call up, worrying about a bullshit ass door handle that you never gonna get the line up straight because the door handle is not fabricated straight from the factory. So I left that on there. I might change it, I might not. It depends on how I feel. But as you can see, Redness is all in one color. It's all in one color, gang. And we starting to do some assembly. Now, this stuff like this here, I'm gonna go back and paint it. The pieces that go on the side of the fender, I got all that. I gotta go back and paint the black parts on it. Just stuff like that, little knick-knack shit. I'm gonna get around to doing that, but I'm not gonna put the stripes back on the car until I buff it. So right now, I'm just trying to get the car back in one piece where I ain't got shit scattered all over. I wanna get this shit out of my garage and get this shit out the house and shit. But you can see, I got the rubbers and shit, putting the rubbers back, put them back on there. I got the rubbers back on the doors. As you can see, new rubbers on the doors. I got the new rubbers in the T-top. I got all these pieces that go in here. They're in the box over there. Some of this stuff, when I go get the screws and shit, I'm gonna show y'all, because this center ridge and this T-top is tricky. It's kind of tricky. I was sitting there playing with it. Look at that door, how she closed nice and pretty. But some of this stuff is tricky in this T-top center ridge when you're getting it back in there. So I gotta take everything back loose. I'm just bringing y'all a video to let y'all see that I did get the car back together. I put the car back together like last week, a week and a half ago. I put the car back together and I left it sitting in the shop because I had to make a run. So the car been just sitting for a week and in a way. So yesterday I went and got it, put it on the trailer, and brought it back to the house. But now what I gotta do is I gotta start cleaning up all this small stuff, like my tail light housings and all that shit. I gotta go to cleaning all that up and spray it black. So that's what I'm gonna be doing, cleaning up the window trim, painting all that black. This here, I got kind of ahead of myself. I'm finna take this back out so I can paint that back black. God was moving a little fast, and that don't look good. It look ashy. Cause rat nest did sit in the field for 20 years, gang. So I'm gonna go ahead and paint all of this here back black. I'm gonna take it off, tape the T-tops up, and scuff them up and stuff, and go ahead and paint it black. Try to make it look presentable. It's not a show car. It turned out better than I thought it would turn out. The condition of the car sitting in the field for 20 years. So, I mean, in my eyesight, sometimes I see a lot of guys, they be picky and they want it to be a show car and all this shit. But sometimes you got to look at what you started from and where you ended up at. And this car right here, from where it started from, to me right now, this bitch a show car. If I brought it back to the people who I brought it from, they probably wouldn't even believe that this is the same car. They'll think I'm playing some kind of joke on them or something. But anyway, I'm just bringing y'all an update, letting y'all see that I'm putting this shit back together. I got a bunch of parts for it. Y'all see I got shit scattered everywhere for this shit. And I need to get this shit out of here. I need to get it on the car so I can start cleaning all this shit up in here. It's Willie Rebuild telling you again, if I can do it, you can do it. You don't need the shop to do it. As you see right now, I got this bitch in the garage, and everything from here on out gonna be completed right here in the garage. We don't need a shop. We don't have to bring it to the shop. The shop is you. You is the shop. Do your research, figure out the figure outs, and get the bitch done. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't do it. Don't let nobody slow you down from what you're trying to do. Because motherfuckers will throw curveballs all day trying to get in the way and slow you down. Run over that bitch. Don't let them slow you down. Keep on grooving, moving and grooving, and stick to your process and what you got, your plan in your head to get the bitch done. Because that's what the fuck Willie Rebuild gonna do. I'm gonna get the bitch done. I've been doing it, not just this, way before I ever even thought about this car and that bitch sitting out there. I've been doing this shit. So I'm telling you to don't let the bullshitters get in your way and slow down your progress. When you see them in the way and they trying to knick-knack and get in the way and fuck with what you got going on, run that bitch off. Tell him, man, look at here, man. I'm doing something, pass back later, or whatever you need to tell him. But it's Willie Rebuild showing you what the fuck I do on a daily basis, and it don't matter where I'm at, I'm gonna get this shit done. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It's Willie Rebuild over and out, baby.